Come on! Look at the state of you, like a bunch of girls! Oh, come on, Bamber, why are you always last? What are you slowing down for? Come on!
Bet they're not this diligent at Scotland Yard.
Nope. They'd have gone home by now.
Busy, I see.
Sue, where did you spring from?
Thought it was time I came to visit. I couldn't leave it any longer because I know how much you'd all be missing me.
Well, it's good to see you. You just got back.
Yeah, just you're my first call.
Oh, quite right, too. You're doing all right, are you?
It's up and down. Hello, Phil.
Flipping heck. Sue Driscoll. And I thought we'd lost you for good. Hey! You gonna be here for long?
Well, you never know. Maybe I'll come back for good.
What, and give up the glamour of living in Leeds?
Home time.
Why don't I buy you all a drink at the Cherry Tree? I'm staying at my cousin's.
I can't, I'm afraid. Husband duty calls.
Me too.
Phil?
You're on.
Treasure.
And your room's ready when you are, Mr. Leroy.
I'll just have that drink first, my love.
Yeah, who is he?
Stanley Leroy. He's booked a room for a few nights.
What's that?
It's tonic water with a dash of Angostura bitters. Looks like whiskey, doesn't it? How much shall I charge him for it?
I've no idea.
That's £1 then, please, Mr. Leroy.
Thank you.
This is Mr. Blaketon, the owner.
Lovely pub, Mr. Blaketon. And that piano, do you play?
No, not really. So, what line of work are you in?
Show business. Stanley's worked with Cliff Richard.
Cliff Richard?
Yeah. Oscar's got all Cliff's records, you know.
Really? We did Butlins together. Cliff's early days. Could I have a drop of ice in there, my dear? And 20 du Maurier.
Okay.
Cliff Richard.
Hello?
I've toured with most of the headliners. Al McCogan, Yana, Frankie Vaughan.
Oh, Yana.
Oh, you've perked up a bit.
Pianist, were you?
No, mostly emceeing these days. A bit of comedy.
Did Phil say he'd be coming in, Alf?
I'm not sure.
That's when I was with the Black and White Minstrels.
Which one's you, then?
That one. A gents.
Oh, in the corner.
Excuse me.
Who's he waiting for?
He hasn't said.
Well, he's a bit garish around here, isn't he?
Alf,
I'm off duty.
there's a light on at Mrs. Carlton's house.
Well, that's not an offence, Edna.
I called at the station, but you'd all gone.
Well, they wouldn't turn out for a light on, even if they had been there.
Unlike in your day.
But she's in hospital.
Well, maybe she left it on. Or maybe Maggie went round and didn't turn it off.
No, it went off while I was there. I think somebody's got in there. And when I got outside, there was a... Oh, I got a very definite feeling of unease. As if something terrible was going to happen.
What?
We were expecting a ghost.
Pardon?
Come on, Edna.
Don't you go thinking I'm being silly, Alf Ventris.
Would I?
Bernard! Good to see you.
It's good of you to come up here. I carried this in case you didn't recognise me.
Oh, I'd remember you anywhere.
Everything all right?
Star treatment. Gina's given me a lovely room.
You know, I'll go and see if Alf needs a hand. If there is an intruder, he won't be able to cope on his own.
Any news on Dickie?
I spoke to him on the telephone last night, and his manager. Delighted to help.
So we're on.
All is fixed.
A large scotch for Mr. Leroy, Gina.
You are too kind, Mr. Scripps.
Is Alf inside?
Yeah.
Alf!
Oh, fancy seeing you.
Thought you could do with a hand. I'll go round the front.
You can't leave it alone, can you? Oh, vaping of the yard.
This gate's locked, Alf. I can't get in.
Use your initiative.
Well, next time I won't offer to help.
Suits me.
Well, even Craddock would at least say thank you.
Well, I tell you what, when he comes back from his week in Primrose Valley, I'll get him to write you an official letter of thanks.
Oh, shut up, Alf. I think it's about time you packed this up. You're tired. I hear the post office is up for sale again.
Too much like hard work.
Well, there's no one inside, Edna, and no sign of a break-in.
If nobody were there, how did the light turn itself off? A black cat.
The black cat lives here, Edna. You know that.
Even so, there's something.
Come on and hear, come on and hear Alexander's ragtime band. Come on and hear, come on and hear. It's the best band in the land.
Get him to do When the Midnight Choo-Choo Leaves from Alabama in a minute. You'll like that.
So natural.
So how do you know them, Bernie?
Pub near the City Varieties, Leeds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where they have strippers. Bernie Scripps, I never would have believed it.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, yeah.
I've been shopping in Lewis's. There's this Mitchell Minstrels fan club, I suppose you'd call it. We meet now and again to swap records. Go to Leeds Grand when the Minstrels are touring. Well, we just met in this pub near City Varieties for a change. Stanley happens to walk in, tells us who he is. He knows all the stars.
Does he?
Yeah, he's organised this trip for us, Magical Mystery Tour, so we can meet the stars. Dickie Valentine's first on the list.
Is he?
Yeah, well, Stanley knows him personally.
Good evening.
Hiya.
I need a room. Do you have a vacancy?
Yeah, just the one night.
Not sure.
It's a false alarm.
And mine's a pint.
Right, I'll pull you one.
And your name is?
Wilson. John Wilson. Certainly busy round here. Thought I saw some police activity when I arrived.
Yeah, Mrs. Carlton's house. Someone thought they saw a light on. Sounds like it was nothing.
Lovely crowd in tonight.
You're going down very well.
I do tend to.
What's Di Francis like?
He's telly. I only did the tour.
But
Late night?
no,
Not really.
that sounds like a yes to me. Gina was wondering where you were.
And?
I said I didn't know.
Is Sue seriously thinking of coming back? Well, she says so, yes. But you know, Sue, always changing her mind.
Maybe absence makes her heart grow fonder.
What's that supposed to mean? Look, all we did was have a drink and a chat. Flipping heck.
You know what makes this country great, Bernie? Vision. Big ideas. This idea of mine, Magical Mystery Tour, Meet the Stars. Now, you see, I don't see a beginning and ending in Yorkshire. Oh, it could go all over. Even London. Anywhere a top liner, personally known to me, is playing. I know. I could organise what we might call a fan club tour. And it would make a lot of money. how are you at welding? Bit of work. You think it's a bad idea, don't you?
No, I'm sure we can sort something out. Might take a few days.
Bernie, there's a public out there waiting to go. Even if we have to work all night. Let's get this bus on the road.
I want to discuss this with Alf.
Constable Ventris is busy doing something else, Mrs. Bostwick.
Yeah, but I can hear the tone in your voice.
I can assure you there is no tone in my voice. I'm simply trying to grasp what you're saying and ascertain what it is you want me to do.
At 4 this morning, I got a very strong sense, a feeling of a presence. An evil presence. It may sound ridiculous to you, but I've got to say something. I know something bad is going to happen.
But in Aidensfield?
Yes. I can't give you facts or figures. I just know there's something wrong here.
Look, Edna, I'm sorry you're feeling anxious, but we're just policemen. I don't think there's anything we can do about it.
Alpha... No, I suppose you can't. Just keep alert, eh?
What was all that about?
Tea's up.
Look, I know she sounds like a crank, but about 4 years ago she had a dream about a murder. Well, she went to Northallerton CID and told them where the body was. They said thank you very much and did nothing about it. Well, about 3 weeks later, the body turned up exactly where she said it was. It was a farmer who killed his brother.
So she's not completely mad.
See you soon, Mrs. Bailey.
Bye, Maggie.
Hello, Tom. Graham? How are you?
I'm fine. Well, that's what you expect me to say, isn't it?
No. Well,
Business as usual for you, eh? Life goes on.
That first, and then you do that. It's daft.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Maggie.
I believe you have a mystery to solve at Mrs. Carlton's house. The light going off? Well, it's not a ghost, just a frightened little boy. I disturbed him when I went in to collect some of her things.
Where is he?
Gone. I don't know who was more scared, him or me. And the poor boy's injured. It looks like he's hurt his arm and he's got some bruising to his face.
Any idea how old he was?
Oh, 12, 13. Veritas et Virtus.
No, that was no good at all. Time. Not now, old grove. Boots. Harrison, you are an absolute disgrace. Look at the state of you. What about your tie, your badge? Sort it out, boy.
Headmaster, PC Bradley.
I'm afraid I've only got a couple of minutes for you.
Well, it's about a boy we believe is from your school, sir. He broke into a house in the village of Aidensfield.
Where?
Aidensfield. It's about 15 miles away from here. We found this. It's your school badge.
Yes. Is there a name in it?
You don't need to have a name in it to know whether or not a boy is missing, do you, sir?
Well, no.
So?
A boy did abscond. One assumed the lure of the seaside. Obviously, we don't want to make a fuss. We teach the boys here to be fairly self-sufficient. Broken into a house, well, that's certainly not something we'd expect from our boys.
What's the boy's name, sir?
Bamber. Tom Bamber. He's 13 years old.
Have his parents been informed?
Rhodesia. Army people.
Does he have any other relatives in this country?
No. Like most of the boys. But as I say, they're a pretty self-sufficient lot.
Yes, well, they'd have to be, wouldn't they? So, what about during the holidays?
Well, if they can't go home, they spend the holidays with one or other of the masters. Why?
Stanley, do you really think people are going to pay money to ride in that thing? I mean, that's what they're expecting.
Bernard, if we sell out for Yarner and Frankie Vaughan, which I'm confident we will, I will hire the best coach money can buy. But for now, we have to start small. Cheap.
I wish you wouldn't keep saying that.
Bernie, you are my driver.
This could be a death trap.
It's a good job you're driving.
What?
Well, you are the Undertaker.
Dickie Valentine is sold out, but we still have tickets for Yarner and a few left for Frankie Vaughan next month. You do actually get to meet the stars. Is included in the price.
Guess who's back? Oh, Sue? Are you? Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm thinking of coming back.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, we've missed you. So how long are you staying?
I'll just see how things work out.
Oh, I hope you do. I told you before you left, the big wide world's not all it's cracked up to be. Your friends are here.
That is exactly what Phil said.
Phil? What, you've seen him?
Yeah, I went into the Nick yesterday when I got in just to say hello to them and persuaded Phil to come out for a drink. Well, not that he needed much persuasion. I mean, you know Phil.
Yeah.
And of course, one drink led to another.
So you had a good time then?
Yeah, it was great. I never realised how much fun that we used to have together and how much I've missed him. And you, of course.
Well, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing.
Hi, Mr. Blaketon.
Sue, what a lovely surprise. Oh, you look terrific, as always. Good to see you back here. Isn't it, Gina?
Hello. Is it a bad moment?
No. Please, come here. I was, well, looking at life. Did all mothers who lived through the war save string?
I suppose you never knew when it might come in handy.
Put off coming back as long as possible, but Jackie needs to settle the estate. I never realised how neat and silent the place was. Except it wasn't. She always had the radio on. Well serviced till all hours.
I know.
Yeah. Truth be told, you probably knew her better than I did.
She was very proud of you.
Wish I could be more proud of myself.
I'm sure you did what you could.
I didn't do half of what I could or should have done for her. You did all that. I apologise for all the things I said to you. You deserve better.
There's no need for apologies.
Yes, there is.
Phil?
Mike! In here!
Little beggar's been back again. Was here this morning after Maggie came in, secured the place, but he smashed his way in.
Anything missing?
Not so far.
What did the school say? That the boys called Tom Bamber. Apart from that, they weren't very helpful at all. They seemed more worried about their reputation than the boy, it seemed to me. Got a better description of Whitby police. "13 years old, about 5 feet, brown hair."
He's cleared her out.
We'd better call Whitby police, let them know he's on our patch. A marriage of Captain James Bamber and Caroline Julia Colton. Mrs. Colton didn't have any kids, it must be her niece.
So who's the kid?
Him. Tom Carlton Bamber. 3 Alpha. Hang on a minute, his headmaster told me his name was Tom Bamber and that he didn't have any relatives in the UK. Well, quite clearly he does. He wasn't trying to rob Mrs. Carlton, he was trying to find her.
But why?
I don't know. Come on.
Where?
He's got the money, so he won't be walking. The bus is going to be coming through here pretty soon. You get down there, I'll go to the railway station. Look, that blood in there isn't dry, so he can't be very far ahead of us. Come on.
Has the bus come yet?
Not that I'm aware.
Thank you. Gina! Gina, I wanted to...
I'm in a bit of a hurry, Phil. Sue's in the pub. Did you know she was back? Go in and say hello. I'm sure you've got a lot to talk about.
Single, please.
Where to?
Pickering.
2 shillings, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
What have you said?
Nothing.
You better not be lying to me.
I'm not.
You say one word, you'll wish you'd never been born, you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you sneak, no one will believe you. Even if they did, they'd blame you. And your parents. They'd be so ashamed of you. You want them to be ashamed of you?
No, sir.
No. Sneak's the lowest form of life. Say it.
Lowest form of life, sir.
Now, dry your eyes, in case anyone sees you.
Good afternoon. I've been looking for this young man. Tom Carlton Bamber.
I'm Tom's housemaster. It seems we've all been looking for him.
You got any identification, sir?
Well, Tom will tell you who I am, won't you, Tom?
My housemaster.
Well, we'll have to go down to the police station.
Why? Boy needs to get back to school.
There's a matter of breaking and entering. We may have to prosecute. Come on, Tom. I'm sorry if this is inconvenient.
Oh, what's up? What's wrong?
I don't know, but something is. The boy's terrified.
Well, he's run away from school.
Alf, I just need them in separate rooms, okay? Thanks.
If you'd like to come through here, we need to interview the boy.
Just a second. I'm his housemaster. I'm responsible for him. Any interviewing, I want to be there. It is the law when dealing with a minor, isn't it?
I think a parent or a solicitor are the preferred options.
His parents are in Rhodesia, and as we don't have a solicitor...
She's on her way.
Tom, is there anything you want to tell us? No one will know what's been said.
Why did you run away from school, Tom?
Dunno.
How did you bruise your face?
I fell.
And your arm?
Do you like school?
Yes, thank you.
Look, if you don't want to go back, if there's anything you want to tell me, we're here to help.
I'm fine.
You can take Tom back to school now, Mr. Monks.
Good. Oh, thank you for your help.
We'll keep in touch.
Come on, Tom.
Mike, if there was a reason not to send him back, he'd have to be put into council care until his parents came for him.
Something's not right.
But without evidence.
So, why did the headmaster tell me he didn't have any relatives in the UK?
Well, it's a big school, there's lots of boys. He'd have needed to check the records to be sure. Did you ask him to?
Well, I assumed he'd know. He didn't even want to admit the boy was missing. And why didn't he tell me his full name?
Well, maybe he's only known as Bamber at school.
It's not a crime.
So long as you come from Ireland, there's a welcome on the mat. If you come from the mountains of Mourne or Killarney's lake so blue, we'll see.
Sold £64 worth of seats for Dickie Valentine and 121 for Frankie Vaughan.
Well, you're in the money then, Bernie.
Not sure I want to be involved beyond Dickie Valentine.
As Billy Butlin once said to me, I was a redcoat then. Kid, he said, if you want to make anything out of this business, you've got to seize opportunities. That's it. A knock, knock, knocking, Bernie. Luck be a lady? Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. They call
Thank you very much, sir. Hope you enjoyed your stay. Gina, can you come in? Give me a hand.
Please! Don't hurt me, please!
Shut up! Shut up! Now, what did you say to the police?
Nothing! Nothing!
How can I trust you? Hmm?
You can trust me. Just please
Perhaps
don't
I shouldn't
hurt
trust
me.
you anymore.
Oh, you can trust me. I won't tell, I promise me.
I could just push you.
No.
I could just push you over the edge.
This isn't what we expected.
No, but he will get us there. Whether it'll get us back or not's another matter.
Glorious day for a trip to the seaside. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Oh, you can do better than that. Good morning.
Morning.
Let's get moving, Bernie. Dickie awaits us. There'll be no more sobbing when he starts singing his old song. Any tracks or anything?
I'm a Bobby, Phil, not an Apache.
Wonder where the lad's gone.
I don't know. What I do want to know is why Monk's brought his car up here in the first place.
Hello?
I wasn't stealing.
Oh, sorry, did I make you jump? Hey, if you run, he'll think you're a sheep and he'll round you up.
Really?
You hungry? Oh. You can come and have some dinner with me if you want. All right, go on then. You know, I've got the truck outside if you want to lift anywhere.
No. There's nowhere I want to go. I'm just tired, really.
Well, I suppose you could stay here for a while if you wanted. Well, I've got some jobs to do. Well, Alfred, he'll look after you. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Sorry. Look, you won't tell anyone I'm here, will you?
No, not if you don't want me to.
Thank you.
I remember George Mitchell saying to me once, Weymouth, I think it was, Stanley, he said, when I hear you sing Bye Bye Blackbird, it brings a lump to my throat. I said, you mean it makes you feel ill, George? He laughed, but it is a good song, and I'm sure we all know it, so after 3, pack up all my cares and woe, here I go, singing low, bye, bye, blackbird.
David, it's Claudine. We need a bit of help. There's a young lad we need to get hold of. He's about 13, run away from school, boarding school.
A boarding school?
Yeah, you know, where parents send the kids away to.
Well, why's he run away then?
Eh? Well, you don't need to worry about that. Just need to find him, send him back. You seen anybody?
He couldn't have liked his school very much.
Well, happen he didn't. That's not the point. Just need to find him.
Yeah, well, maybe he's too frightened to go back.
David, have you seen him or haven't you?
Well, Oh, wait, no, stop, don't leave him alone, because he's frightened.
David, what are you doing?
Get up! Well, that was stupid.
What are you playing at?
He's frightened.
Frightened? David, if he gets lost on those moors, he could end up dead. It'd be your fault.
Mr. Leroy is back tonight, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Well, his clothes and suitcase have gone, and so have the towels.
You what? Hang on. Well, I was just about to call you lot. That musical bloke has been stopping here. He's just left without paying his bill. I should have known he was a crook the moment I clapped eyes on him.
Right, well, I'll get round to that, Oscar. Right now, I need some volunteers for a search party. A boy's gone missing.
Oh, not the boy who went off with that chap Wilson.
Who's Wilson?
He's a man who's paid his bill. Right, I'll get my hat and coat.
Thanks, Oscar.
He's a tall chap. Drives a Hillman. John Wilson, his name is.
Right, thanks, Jenny. You're brilliant. I better radio Mike. Oh, yeah, so, look, I can't stop. I'm sorry.
Come on, Sue, we need all the help we can get. You're coming with us. I'll get you some walking boots. Gina, just take care of the pub.
Well, when they get here, you take everybody and take them down to Bottom Moor. There's 2 more dog teams coming from HQ. They'll be here any minute.
Well, there's no time to lose then, is there?
Can we get as many people as we can in your cars, everybody?
Can I come with you, Philip? I think I can help.
I have a full car, Mrs. Boswick. Hey, cheer up, David. We'll find him.
I'll come with you then, David.
This is all my fault, you know.
Gina, I'll be back as soon as I can.
Constable.
I'm here to inform you that Tom Carlton Bamber, who was last seen in the care of his housemaster, is now missing. I want to know what's going on.
I haven't had word from Mr. Monks since yesterday afternoon.
No, you wouldn't have. He's in hospital. We found him unconscious this morning. He'd been staying in the Aidensfield Arms under the name of John Wilson.
Well, he probably, with the boy missing, he probably wanted to keep things low-key. He'd be thinking of the school.
Low-key? A boy you were responsible for is missing. Why did Monks choose Aidensfield? You told me the boy didn't have any relatives in this country. What, Aidensfield, a wild guess, was it? And why didn't you tell me when I first came to see you that the boy's full name was Tom Carlton Bamber?
But he's known as Bamber in school.
Well, it says Carlton Bamber here. Now, this is the sort of information that would help us find him sooner. I'd like to have a look at his school records, please, sir. You wouldn't want to obstruct an investigation into the disappearance of one of your schoolboys, would you now, sir?
Well, he may have forgotten he had a relative. But...
Or did you want Monks to find him before we did? I had a word with Tom at the police station. He'd clearly been frightened and didn't want to leave a statement. So we had to let Monks bring him back here. But he didn't bring him back here, did he? He took him to a disused quarry. Now, tell me, why would a grown man take a frightened 13-year-old boy to a deserted quarry? I won't be the last person to ask you that question. You can count on that.
I'm not involved. If Mr. Monks had a boy he took a special interest in, I don't know anything.
You don't know anything. We're talking about a child in your care, and you're telling me you don't know anything. If we don't find him, that boy could be dead by nightfall.
Everybody, can I have your attention, please? Right, we all know why we're here. We're grateful for that. So if we're ready to start, I'd want you to get 5 yards apart, yeah? And we're going to start searching from here. We're going to make our way over to High Tops. Now, if there's any sighting, you'd all stand perfectly still, just await further instructions. Okay? Now, everybody gets ready now, if you would.
Who's minding the pub?
What's more important, an empty pub or finding this little lad?
Ready? Let's go.
Look, put this on, you'll catch pneumonia. You can't come out dressed like that.
Yeah, well, it was spare of the moment.
Yes, and I know why.
Listen, everybody, he's wearing a green jumper. He had some shorts on, white shorts.
Look, Sue, this is neither the time nor the place, but I've got to know something.
Did I come back hoping to start again with Phil? Suppose I did. Only I didn't realise until I actually saw him.
Well, that's straight enough. He'll probably tell me in his own time.
Gina, when I went out for a drink with him the other night, we never stopped talking, but it was about you.
Well, maybe he prefers me as a friend, a mate, now that you're back.
No, I'd say that he loves you. It's you that he wants. I just didn't want to admit it. Maybe someday I'll be that lucky. Take care of him, won't you?
I'm lucky to be alive. I wouldn't say that. I've just been speaking with my colleague. He was with your headmaster. We hear that Tom Carlton Bamber was a bit of a favourite of yours. I think when you go to prison and they find out what you've done, you'll wish you had died.
Right, I'll go in first, make sure everything's all right. Oh, and of course, say hello to Dickie. Won't be long.
Shall I come with you?
Best not. But don't worry, Bernard. You'll meet him later.
Say it. Life is just a game with a different name. So play it, play it, play it. Sunshine is on its way. Though it's not here today.
We've been waiting over half an hour, Bernie. Where's Leroy?
Wait here.
Max Jaffa? What's going on, Bernie?
He's taken off, that's what's going on. And with all our money, over 200 quid.
I shouldn't have let him run away.
Not your fault, David.
Well, what if he dies? I shouldn't have said that to you, David. I was just angry. It's not your fault. I hope the poor little lad won't die.
Taking a ride on a cosmic train. Switch on summer from a slot machine. Just get what you want to if you want, as you can get anything. I know we've come a long way. We're changing day to day. But tell me, where do the children play?
Well, if we don't find him soon, it'll be dark.
He could be anywhere. You could search forever and not find someone.
Maggie, look, I'll understand if you say no, but there's this. It was my mother's. It was given to her on her 18th birthday, and I'd very much like you to have it. That was her at 18. Her whole life ahead of her. I hope you'll accept it.
You make them tough, but they just go on.
Thank you, Graham.
And it seems
it's beautiful.
Get off. Oh, I know we've come a long way. We're changing day to day. But tell me, where do the children play?
Anything? No, not so far. Bill wants us to stay over on the high top side.
Mike, I think we'd be better over there. It's higher ground, better view.
Jackie just told me.
All right.
Over there. Here.
Remember, everyone, just stand still.
Sis.
I told you. He's going up to high tops.
No. We should be looking near Topcroft. I just know we should.
But will you keep on building higher till there's no more room up there?
Sweep round towards Topcroft. I'll take the bike. It'll take half the time.
Mike,
Just do it.
Now, watch yourself. That whole area's a bog.
It'll be all right. It's still light. Alf, we're moving the search towards Topcroft.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
It'll be all right.
Mike! Please be careful.
Tell me, where do the children play?
I blame myself.
Well, we'll never find him tonight. We'd need an army.
Hey, look, it's Mr. Scripps.
There's life, there's hope. We must hope. We must.
We can't just give up. If he's wandered over to Topcroft, you'll likely never see him again. It's all bog. Gets stuck in there, he'll never get out.
Come on, everybody.
Hey, well, it's getting dark. We're never going to find him in this anyway.
Well, we'll have to soon. It's too dangerous. Can't put these people's lives at risk.
For another 15 minutes, you have to give up.
Should have checked high tops, like I said.
Hey, look!
Let him be alive.
Knows where, who knows where. But I'm strong enough to carry him.
He's gonna be all right.
He ain't heavy.
He's gonna be all right.
He's my brother.